Hey all, Scott here. Happy Small Business Sunday! A while back I started a non-charity profit organization, the We Play Project. Is that a threat? Where I take in old abandoned Wii plays and give them a home. And I started to think, well, if I want to be a true non-charity profit organization, I gotta find a way to make a profit off of this.
So welcome to the only business that specializes in selling Wii Play and very little else.
Do you guys sell Wii Play?
Don't even get me started!
Wii Play, the game everybody has, and if you don't have it, you don't exist. Really, honestly. Literally, has anybody ever come over to a house and ask, why did you buy this? Because seriously, why wouldn't anybody buy Wii Play? Picture this, Wii Sports.
Is that a threat?
That title showed off how the motion control of the Wii remotes can make real sports feel like fake sports, and people who never picked up a video game prior wanted more of whatever the hell this was. They got this game for free $150 with their system. What, they were expected to actually buy more games? So they walk into Target and what do they see? A box called It came with a Wii remote and some box, retailing for $50. That's not bad. It was a standard price for Wii games, but when you see what Wii remotes by themselves retailed for, yeah, why wouldn't you buy this? You probably already wanted a second controller for your second controller. Why not pay $10 extra and get second controller too? It even looked similar to Wii Sports, that bowling thing Grandpa liked, so honestly, buying this was a no-brainer for no people. Wii Play is one of the best-selling games of all time, and weirdly enough, it's not because of Pose Me, it was because everybody who bought it did so by saying, is that a threat? Wii Play was never hailed as one of the Wii greats. It always got fairly mediocre reviews, and it's understandable why. Now, Official Magazine, on the other hand, Jesus Christ. It's been a while since a human being's played Wii Play, so I'm happy to check it out again. Do you play?
Is that a threat?
Well, at least they know why I bought this game. So this is the main screen of the game. We can physically harass our Mii, and check out each and every minigame Wii Play has to offer. You would originally have to unlock all the games. Now, this game deserves to be criticized as much as possible with a Metacritic score like this, so I'll be rating each and every one of the minigames on my minigame and Wii Play 4-point scale. Every other game I've scored with this thing has failed, so hopefully these minigames come out with a Metacritic score like this. Shooting Range was everybody's first Wii Play experience, and it's a spiritual successor to Duck Murder fans, but don't get too excited, Duck Murder fans. You can murder ducks, but they just appear each round. And there is a clay pigeon section, but that's as Duck Hunt as the new Duck Hunt gets. Shooting Range just goes through 5 phases with different targets to shoot at: balloons, actual targets, clay balloons, pigeons, cans, and UFOs. The entire thing lasts about 3 minutes, so it's all about just getting a high score. These ducks are some serious points, but I will always love the can section. I always wondered what Wii tastes like. This is a short but sweet one. Shooting is fun, but they could have put in more levels. Find Me.
I spent $2 on this.
Wii Play. This is a classic game of Where's Waldo, but with various different Miis. Sometimes they swim, other times they stand. Other times they murder ducks. And let me address this letter from the Find Me fan community. Sometimes the Miis are in space too, alright? There's some variety. This was always a throwaway game in the package for me. It's not bad, but it's just not bad. Table tennis. Oh man, it's gonna be just like Wii Sports Tennis, but ping pong. No, it's not. You don't swing the remote. You don't do anything except move the paddle left and right to keep a rally going. So far, Wii Play isn't doing too much revolutionary with the pointing functionality of the Wii remote outside of Mii abuse. Wii Play, these games can be played with a computer mouse and they'd be virtually the exact same. That's where Pose Me comes in, a game that couldn't be played with the A and B buttons because while it uses the pointer, it forces you to rotate it all around. You swap between different poses with a computer mouse to fit them within the silhouette bubbles appearing all over the place. You gotta get as many poses as you can into them without having the bubbles reach the bottom of the screen, and for God's sakes, don't look at the distraction. They're just the birds. This was never a personal favorite of mine. It's always something where I was worried somebody would notice me playing.
Is that Pose Me?
But it does get fairly difficult and intense as the game progresses. This one is just okay. Vous play a Wii.
Is there una menace?
Laser hockey is what people in 1972 thought birds would look like in 2007. Oh, hey. It's easy to compare this to birds, but it's basically just air hockey gone bad. I don't like this one. I think I would have preferred controls like table tennis where you only move in 2 directions, up and down. Yeah, that would have turned this big rip-off of birds into a big distraction, but it would have been better. You can move all over the place on your side of the screen, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel impactful to hit this puck at all. Like, I rev back and smack it and I feel distraction. With all this freedom of movement, I kind of expect the puck to react more dramatically. Everything just feels finicky and off about how this game controls. Limiting the movement or something might have made this one more playable, but as it stands, this was always the most frustrating one for me to play. I wouldn't say this is my least favorite of the package though. Just like anything the human race has done, it has more value than Find Me. And the concept is simple yet rock solid. It's definitely not great though. Now, billiards is probably where a lot of people got their money's worth out of this one. It's a classic game of pool. You aim, pull back, shoot, murder, duck. I've always had a bit of trouble with the game reading me pulling the remote back and pushing forward to strike the birds, but other than that, it's billiards. It's basically the Wii Sports Golf of this collection, a nice and relaxing game you can play at your own pace. Fishing is another relaxing game. I have a soft spot for this one. You lower a rod into a pond full of paper fish and they totally want to eat a small fry. These things always reminded me of the book The Rainbow Fish, and that's basically the main thing I will always remember about this game. It's just a simple go for the high score based thing. Certain fish are labeled as small fry for a brief period of time, and if you grab those you get more points. Chibi Robo Ziplash, Mario Tennis Ultra Smashing, Birds, Murder, Duck, Wii Play, and catching a small fry and Wii Play fishing are the biggest f**k yous Nintendo's ever given me. But this is what the fishing game in the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit should have been. It's not crazy, but it's a decent enough little minigame. Charge, the first game with an exclamation point. Nintendo, slow down. This is by far the most out-of-place game in the collection. You know, billiards, shooting range, ping pong, riding a knitted cow down a path and running into birds. This isn't controlled with the pointer, no. This is controlled with the Wii remote on its side. You tilt it forward and backward if you want to speed up or slow down and jerk it up to jump. I feel like I'm truly riding a knitted birds. I liked this one back in the Wii Play days of my youth, but now this is easily the one I care the least about. I don't know, this one just doesn't fall in line with the simple fun of the other games. It's just so out of place here. It's not terrible or anything, it's fine, it's just not that fun for me to replay now, and it doesn't fit in with all of this. Which is shocking considering birds. If they made a minigame compilation called Wii Birds Rider and include this one, come back to me and maybe my opinion will change. Tanks, jeez, they really went above and beyond with the exclamation points near the end here. This is what Wii Play was all about. Tanks is the most fleshed out and gamey game of the whole collection. You just have to traverse this map and destroy all the enemy tanks. It's a full-blown copy of Birds on the Atari 2600. But who cares, it's fun. You can use the computer mouse instead of the Wii remote and nunchuck, but I don't associate with those people. This game I always play with the nunchuck. To play
Esa es una amenaza?
we can play each game in multiplayer, which, hey, with all games requiring only one Wii remote per player, this is one of those multiplayer games you can gracefully play all by yourself. You can also try to nab a high enough score to obtain a medal, and that's Wii Play. The fact that Wii Play is decently fun to play means my Wii Play reselling business will never die out. Not to be sold.
Shit, the jig is up.